Welcome to The Explainer. Now, if you're a Canadian small business owner, maybe a tradesperson or an independent professional, you probably know the feeling of keeping everything running with sheer willpower, memory, and maybe a little bit of duct tape. Well, today we're going to take a deep breath, strip away the corporate jargon, and simply map your most important operating routines. We're keeping it incredibly practical and straightforward with simple steps to make your day-to-day just a little bit easier. To get us grounded, we're operating within the Built to Thrive framework. As you might remember, this is a three-layer system. First is awareness, where you notice an issue. Next is practice, where you apply a tool. And finally, maturity, where you strengthen the system. Today's explainer is purely an awareness guide. We're sitting right in the operations and systems domain, and we are focusing strictly on spotting repeated work. That's it. Right off the bat, I want to relieve some pressure. You absolutely do not need a complete, rigid operating system. What you need is just a clearer view of the routines that matter most. Let that sink in for a second. Every single business has routines, even if they aren't neatly typed up in a binder yet. So please don't try to map every tiny thing you do. Our goal here is just to find those few repeated habits that actually drive your business forward. Okay, step one. It's wonderfully simple. Just list the work. Do a quick brain dump of all those daily tasks that keep the lights on. I'm talking about handling client inquiries, booking jobs, writing quotes, or onboarding new folks. It's the actual service delivery, your quality checks, ordering supplies, sending invoices, chasing down payments, managing receipts, and, putting out the inevitable customer fires. Don't overthink this part. Just get the messy reality of your day right out of your head. So, once you've got that massive, messy list, step two is where we start bringing order to the chaos. We're going to sort these routines by their business function. Just group them into logical buckets. Ask yourself, does this task fall into your customer flow? Or maybe your delivery flow? How about the money flow? Or maybe it belongs in admin, resource supply, or your review flow. Dropping these tasks into these 6 core buckets instantly makes that huge list feel way more manageable. Now here is the absolute crucial part. Step 3, identify what actually carries weight. We aren't keeping everything we just put in those buckets. We need to filter. So ask yourself, which of these routines heavily impact your customers, your cash flow, or your ability to deliver? Which ones really affect your legal records, your overall business risk, or, and this is a big one, your own personal capacity as the owner? If a task doesn't carry heavy weight in one of those specific areas, just set it aside for now. Moving right along to step 4, we need to look for routines that are just way too informal. And listen, I know this pain intimately, so zero judgment here. We're looking to compare the signs of informality with their real-world consequences. We're talking about scattered sticky notes or completely unclear responsibilities, because those inconsistent steps, they inevitably lead to missed updates or forgotten payment follow-ups. And honestly, the absolute heaviest consequence is when you, the owner, are literally the only person on earth who knows what's supposed to happen next. That mental strain is exactly what we're aiming to fix. To drastically cut down on that overwhelm, step 5 locks in your focus. You're going to choose your first 3 operating routines to tackle. Seriously, just 3. You pick one routine that impacts your customers or clients. Then pick one that affects your money or records. Finally, pick one that directly relieves your own daily or weekly stress. By drawing a strict boundary around just these 3 things, the whole improvement process suddenly feels completely doable, right? Now for those 3 routines you just picked, step 6 is defining what clear enough actually means. Because a routine is only really clear when you can easily answer the basics. What exactly starts the routine? What are the main steps? What information do you need? And crucially, where does it live? Who is officially responsible? What does done actually look like? And what gets reviewed and when? If you can easily answer all of those questions, you are golden. Step 7 is all about deciding the specific fix each routine needs next. Think of it like matching a symptom to a really simple cure. Keep missing steps? You just need a quick checklist. Is staged work constantly getting stuck? Time to map a basic workflow. Tired of repeating the exact same instructions? Just write a quick note or a template. Forgetting follow-ups? You need a reminder or review habit. Unclear responsibility? Literally just name an owner. And if your info is scattered, you just need a firm file habit or storage rule. It's about matching the friction with the lightest possible tool. So, at the end of all this, what does good enough actually look like? Well, it means you can identify the main routines driving your business. You know exactly which ones impact your core areas, like cash and customers. You've spotted the informal ones that are causing all that friction, picked just your first 3 to improve, and decided what simple fix each one needs.
Remember, the ultimate goal here is just a clear view, not some sort of corporate perfection. We're just sliding a little bit of visible structure right underneath the hard work you are already doing. And to make this whole process incredibly easy, you can grab the matching free tool, the Operating Routine Inventory. It's perfectly designed to help you list, sort, and flag exactly which routines need clarity first. Now, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with something to chew on. Take a really close look at your day-to-day operations. Which of your completely informal routines is secretly causing you the absolute most stress today? Figure that out, grab the inventory tool, and let's get to work making your business a whole lot easier to run.